What is the status of your mental health? Me, single, straight black male with a dash of neuroticism, narcissism, dash of sociopathy? Maybe. I do tend to disregard the feelings of extreme leftists a lot, so possibility. Maybe if homicidal tendencies. Baseball bat would be my weapon of choice. I wanted to talk about this because I saw this story yesterday, and although I don't know the young man in question, it kind of dovetails into what I spoke about just on Tuesday, the dark side of Hollywood. I believe I posted that on Tuesday. And then to have this happen right on the heels of it, I thought a conversation needed to be had addressing the situation and what needs to be done about it. Are there not enough services for people with, personal problems, mental issues? What exactly do we do? Where do we go from here? And that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to play this clip, and it's all over the place.
Selena Gomez, pop star, actress, philanthropist, who at the height of her fame publicly hit the lowest of lows.
Selena Gomez
was diagnosed with lupus, depression, and anxiety.
She had a mental breakdown.
Alone and for a long time seemingly unsure of exactly who he was, Pitt telling GQ he suffered from a low-grade depression. Out here in California, there's a lot of talk about being your authentic self. It would plague me. What does authentic mean?
Last year, in an essay for Allure magazine, Chris said she cringed at the idea of turning 30, writing, "It feels like a cold reminder that I'm running out of time to matter in society's eyes, and it's infuriating." In her final Instagram post, Chris writing, "May this day bring you rest and peace."
Sad news out of Hollywood. Actor Jason David Frank, the original star of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series, has died. Frank debuted as a Green Power Ranger, a villain, before morphing into the good White Power Ranger in later episodes.
While Frank's cause of death has not been confirmed at this point, some reports indicate that he may have taken his own life. Frank played the Green Ranger on the 1990s TV show, which depicted 5 teenagers that were tasked with saving the Earth from evil.
Well, the Ellen DeGeneres show's DJ TWICTH has been found dead, aged 40, in a Los Angeles hotel room. According to TMZ, he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
They were just a happy family, and that's why I think everyone is so shocked and surprised.
He is the latest high-profile African-American celebrity believed to have taken his own life. I needed to lose you to love me,
Now, Selena handed over years of her personal diaries, which became part of this film, and her new music. Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me, premieres tomorrow on Apple TV+.
For decades, scientists have believed depression is linked to lower levels of serotonin in the brain. That belief has shaped treatment and helped create a multi-billion-dollar market for antidepressant drugs. But it may be wrong. According to research published in the journal Molecular Psychiatry, there is no convincing evidence that problems with serotonin actually cause depression.
So for people who have been taking the pills and swear by them and say, I do feel better when I take them, have they been acting as placebos for all this time, or?
There is a large placebo effect with antidepressants, but we know that they are somewhat effective, marginally effective. So if it's working for you, stick with it. Any changes in your medication, you should discuss with your doctor. But we have to look at other things because at the end of the day, we don't know exactly what's causing depression.
So, what does it mean to be your authentic self? That's a hard one, because sometimes you have to keep that authentic part of you under wraps. You have to keep it chained, right? There are interactions that you may have that in a short space of time might call for a different side of you, and the results could be catastrophic. I had an incident last week where I was going to the store within 1 block of where I live. I crossed the street and this guy was coming down on the sidewalk, approached me, grabbed me, like, on my jacket. It's cold. I had my jacket on. Grabbed my jacket and said, what did he say? I'm living life, man. I'm living life. I'm good. And then let go of me and kept on walking. My initial instinct was to do something to this person that may have left them incapacitated. It was almost instinctive, but I had to, at the same time, cancel that and see what progressed, what would happen. So you're talking about a small amount of time in which to make a calculated decision. He walked off, kept on walking. I looked back and I was just like, yeah, that could have went really different had I followed the initial instinct. So what does it mean to be authentic? It's a difficult question, and I guess it comes with experience. But the fact that this guy was 40 years old and his out, so to speak, was to, take himself out, it's sad. And as I said, I don't know him. I mean, I don't watch Ellen, didn't watch Ellen. I don't even know if it's still on or not, but I didn't know who he was. I think more needs to be done so people who are going through these issues have some way, somehow, to reach out to somebody. I don't know if there's a network that needs to be created, online or whatever the case is, to have a support system where, you can get somebody within proximity to speak to or to see if you're in dire need. But something needs to be done, and I understand the allure of drugs. I was young, a lot of people smoked weed and it was just part of, what we did, coming up. But then in Hollywood, you have these people like the Michael Jacksons taking stuff to help them sleep. Prince, similar thing. You have those that do the heavy drugs, Philip Seymour Hoffman, DMX, crack, Heath Ledger, all these actors and people from Hollywood who died because of using some type of substance, and allegedly they were not in a good mental space. And I don't have all the answers. I'm pretty sure there is an answer. Every problem has an answer. But I don't see anybody working on it. Everybody comes on and says, oh, RIP and all this other stuff. But in the meantime, what do we do so that it's not repeated? And I think having a network of people, counselors, obviously professionals, that can be reached to offer their services, obviously at a decent price, because not everybody's in Hollywood, but at least if you have it spread across the economic strata, so to speak, from those that can afford a certain amount or those that can't. I think if it's available to everyone and has proper sponsorship, it would probably work. So, yeah, I think that's what needs to be done. I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I just wanted to put this out there, put it into the ether and let's have a conversation about it. Drop me a comment. Tell me what you think. I'm out. Peace.